Have you ever done something and you're like, there is no way any good can come out of this? You know what I mean? Like there's no way. Well, I'm gonna show you today how that is wrong. And this is pertaining to money, relationships, drugs, alcohol, porn, addictions, things that have happened in the past that you regret or that you wish you could take back. Everything has a ripple effect. And things happen exactly in the right time for the right reason if you take the time to actually look at it. I'm going to share with you how a DWI saved my life. We're going to get into it right now. Let's go.
I remember when I was in Bend or anywhere really, and like I asked a girl out and she just kind of like blew me off or said I was too old or ghosted me or whatever it was, you know? At the time, you're just like so upset because you feel like unwanted, I guess, you know, or whatever. But in reality, when you look back on it, you're like, thank God, thank you for saying no. Like, love isn't always on time, you know what I'm saying? It isn't. That song, love isn't always on time. It's true. And some of these women, let's say, like, damn man, this is one girl I worked with, Amelia. She was like majestic and tall. Which I'm not into tall chicks, but now I am. I'm just like, yeah, dude. I'm using it like really short chicks. Well, I was not in the right place to date. Mentally, you know what I mean? I was still smoking a lot of weed. I just, not good, you know? And I don't want to date someone just to like, date them and then move on. No, man, I've been single for 5 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I date someone, I usually date them, and then I take a year or two off. It's like my standard. It's not like it's on purpose. It just happens that way. But this time, it's been a fortnight. It's been 5 years. And it's good though, because it's like, but I want a woman with skills, you know what I mean? Not Instagram skills. I want a woman that knows how to cook, take care of kids, is like really kind, just soft-hearted, just like a good woman, you know what I mean? One that's not chasing money, one that has an explorer heart, you know, like I want to see stuff, but most importantly, man, a godly woman, you know what I mean? That's like number one. Oh, folks, roads in New Mexico, damn, you know, like that's number one, you know. I don't want a woman that's just like, I want this diamond ring, yeah. Like, I think it's crazy that you're supposed to spend a month's salary on a ring. I think that was just invented by the government just to get people to spend more money. I think that's ludicrous. If you make $6,000 a month, you're supposed to spend $6,000 on a ring? Hell no, man. Because on top of that, you got to get insurance for it. What if she loses it? It can get stolen. It's just like, that's a complete waste of money. That's literally basing everything off of money. I remember my ex, I got her $100 promise ring, and she said that she wanted that to be her engagement ring. $100. She said I could have tied a string around her finger, and she would have married me. You know what I mean? That's the kind of woman I'm looking for. Not to be cheap. It's about mindset. Like, I want to provide her a lot more than a stupid ring, you know? Like, exploring the world, having fun, and just total freedom, you know? I don't want to, like, present this gift and then lock her away in a big city. Bumblebee, a tuna. Croquet, mate. That's another one like Cusco. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Yo, man, when I was smoking weed, I got the munchies, right? And I wanted to go down to Albertsons. I was staying at my parents' house, and I wanted to go to Albertsons to pick up some munchie food. And I had to smoke for about an hour, right? So I was like, okay, I'm good to go. And then I thought I packed up everything, and I drove down to Albertsons, which is like right down the road. It's like 3 or 4 blocks maybe. And I got there, and I'm turning, you know, and you're in the parking lot, and there's people walking by and stuff. Then I park, and I realize I've been dragging my propane tank down the road the whole time. Literally like, boom, boom, boom. Like a full propane tank. I'm surprised no one said anything. Like, yo man, your propane tank's dragging. Nobody said anything. Oh my gosh.
Continue on Wyoming 222
Like you would expect someone to like wave me down like, yo man, your propane tank's dragging on the ground. No man, nobody. Just dragging my propane tank along like a dog. And I got out and I was like, oh shit. Like, and then I went to go fill it up, and there was like drag marks on it, and then the guy looked at it and he's like, well, I'll fill it up this one time. And I was like, you know what? Let's not fill that one up. Let's fill it this other one. As a firefighter, I knew that propane tank should have not been used. And I can't believe that guy was gonna fill it up. It had grooves in it, deep grooves, which probably could have exploded if you filled it up. Little America, the place to stay. You know, I went there. It wasn't that great. It's maybe Little America in like the 1700s. The old people would love to come up. Yo, you got a casino in this place. I tell you what, I'm glad I don't smoke weed anymore. One thing, if you do something every once in a while in moderation, same with drinking or whatever. If you're smoking every single day, all day, that's a problem. That's no way to live, man. And I know a lot of people do that. They smoke weed all day long and they got kids, and I'm just like, you realize you're missing the best years of your life with your kids high. And I knew that, even when I was high. I'm like, man, when I have kids, I'm not gonna smoke weed. Just because you're gonna miss the best years of their life. Yo, Dad, remember that? You'd have no emotion. You'd just be like coasting through life. That's no way to live. Every once in a while, maybe have an edible or whatever. Laugh your ass off. And then be done. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be free, man. You gotta spread your wings, man. You gotta be free. Free from porn. Free from alcohol, nicotine, weed. You gotta be free, man. No chains. Cusco, why you licking the seat, man? You gotta be free. God wants you to be free, man. He just wants you to have any addictions. He wants you to be a free animal roaming around the earth. Ooh. You know? Look at Cusco, man. This is how I see it. Cusco is a perfect creature, man. He's perfect. He doesn't commit sin. He doesn't even know what sin is. You know what I mean? Now think about if Cusco had a conscience. Now he's gonna go out there, shave, get tattoos, wondering the meaning of life, wandering around, trying to make money. He's gonna be doing everything but spending time with his owner. Think about that. We are like that. Think about Cusco. You know? You get home and he's stinking there. He could be doing anything, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, let's like sock-wise, but let's say like, you know, drinking or smoking weed, and he's like, yo man, I just had a rough day. You're like, what? That's not how we're supposed to live. We're supposed to be free animals, man. Roaming around, hanging out, having a good time. You know, not caring about tomorrow, but just living it for today, praising the Lord. That's how we're supposed to live. trying to chase that dollar. More money, more problems. Isn't that right, Cusco? But he's a perfect creature, man. He is a perfect creature. In God's eyes. I'll tell you what, things happen for a reason, man. Things happen for a reason. Like, my DUI, man. My dad does not agree with this whatsoever. Neither does my mom. But, if I didn't get my DWI, I was gonna get out of the military in like 3 weeks through this program called Palace Chase. What you do is you do 3 years, and then you can opt out to get out and do twice the reserve time in exchange for your active duty time, and you can just do whatever. You can go to college, you can do whatever. So I was 3 weeks away, and I was supposed to get out April 1st, April Fool's Day. Everyone's making fun of me about that. And then I got a DUI on February 6th of 2015. And then, dude, I had a job lined up. My ex-girlfriend was in San Antonio, or my girlfriend at the time. And I was literally about to marry her. Well, I moved down there and get my own apartment, because, you know, we were like old school. And then get that job as a pipe fitter, and then get married. Like, that was the goal. But she didn't want to have kids. Her family kind of, it would have been a disaster. But she, like, you know, yeah. And speaking of which, dude, I didn't get over her until rehab. I didn't realize I wasn't even over that until rehab. That's why I apologize for my exes. I was still clean out of my ex. Like, I had no idea, dude. Until I had this dream. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh yeah, okay. I'm definitely over my ex now. But, yeah. So anyways, I got that DUI, and then they kept me in for another 3 years. And then I ended up breaking up with her right before Halloween of that same year. And then I ended up getting out, and I, you know, obviously got messed up and stuff. But I'm retired. Like, all this couldn't have happened unless that DUI happened. You know what I'm saying? It's just, things work out for a reason, dude. We might not understand it, but I remember getting my DUI and saying to God, I don't know why this happened, but I trust you, and I know this is a mistake, and I won't do it again, but I know you're in control. And guess what? He was. So, keep that in mind. No matter what crazy things happen in life, there's a reason behind it. If you actually take the time, open your mind up, and look back, you'll be like, oh my Lanta. Like, you'll figure it out, man. There's a reason for everything. It's crazy the way it works, but it just is what it is. I'm a Christian guy, you know? I believe in Jesus Christ. And I believe he died for our sins, you know? Speaking of which, do Jewish people, since they don't believe in Jesus, do they still sacrifice animals? I just want to know. Technically, they should. But the point is God created everything, and God is everywhere, and we can just chat with him anytime we want. But you have to be like free consciously, man, you know? You have to be like free, you know, from sin, for him to reside in you. And that means sin is separation from God, right? And so if you're doing something you know is wrong, God can't reside. So you can't have the connection with him. That means if you know you're drinking too much, if you know nicotine's bad, if you know you have an addiction, if you know what you're doing is wrong. Like, you have to, like, ask for forgiveness and then not do it anymore. And then you can reside in you, man. You can talk to him and chill, you know, and not have fear. Fear's from the enemy. You can't fear, man. Fear is from Satan. Like, even your phone can be an addiction. Your phone, for 99% of the people on the planet, it is an addiction. People at the gym, man, they're on the phone more than they work out, man. Sitting there, just tap, 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 tap. I'm like, what are you doing, writing Huckleberry Finn? I'm trying to use that machine, man. It's like, what? Think about, I want to make a video about bringing my laptop to the gym. And you know what I'm saying? Was everyone, as soon as you whip out their phone, because they're on it for 5 minutes, you whip out your laptop and just like standing there, typing. Then they look over and laugh at you, and you look over and laugh at them. Because they're literally on a laptop doing business. It's like, do you not have any alone time? Separation from work and working out and this and that. You gotta separate these things. That's why having a flip phone is so good. You can separate that. This is work. And when I'm not working, I'm living. When you have a phone and you're on it all the time, you ain't living. Oh, Colorado! You made it. Just tuck that in your pouch. It doesn't happen overnight. I had to go to rehab for weed. The blessing of God, I was able to quit nicotine and drinking. And then I had to go to rehab to quit marijuana. Because I had some stuff inside that I needed to work out. That's why I was medicating myself. So, you know, just things take time. Sometimes you need help, and that's okay. There's no weakness in finding help at all. No one's a hard human, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I can do everything by myself. Congratulations, but you're gonna need some help. And if you don't believe in God, I mean, honestly, he announces himself pretty hardly out in the world, and you have to pretty much straight reject him to not believe in him. He's all over the place. So if you will open your eyes and your heart, you'll see the truth. And then it's your decision to accept it or not. So you can either live hell on earth or you can live heaven on earth. It is all your choice. Look, God works in weird, mysterious ways, man. He wants you to give. He wants you to give. I ain't even working on giving. He wants you to give. And I'm not saying necessarily just to the church. You know, yeah, give to the church, but also give to your brothers. You know what I mean? In need. Your sisters and your brothers. Give the homeless guy a pizza. Give someone your time. It's not all about money. But God doesn't want you to be like, my money, my time. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to give 10% of anything to show that you are just a giving person. You know? Give some food to the homeless guy. Give someone a ride. Give someone your time. Listen to somebody talk. You know what I'm saying? It's about that. It's not all about money. But he doesn't want you to be a selfish person either with money. So, you know, if we all share, what comes around goes around, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like, I know the church is always like, give and you will be rich. No. You give because of the goodness of your heart. Not to give something back. It's because God's giving you everything, and you're going to not be a selfish human being, and you're going to give what God has provided for you to someone else to bless them as well. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, dudes, peace out. Next video, we're going to be camping in Colorado. Wyoming was dope. I'll catch you on the flip side. Cusco! Let's get the window. Nope. Alrighty then. What's up, cowboy? I need to give myself a cowboy hat, man.